Hi, my name is Jennie Diaz, and I am with the law office of Diaz and Núñez Elorza.
Enrique Núñez Elorza, also with Diaz and Núñez Elorza, el abogado de visas, and I do immigration law.
So I met Ali actually back in law school. We were in the same class, and Enrique heard of him through me.
You?
Yes.
We went to the first summit back in 2019, and the things that we learned in that summit, we didn't really implement very much. We were just starting out. I did start recording a lot more video until I had one video that was pretty successful. And I think that was like the one thing that I implemented that made a huge impact on my business. But I still remember what he was talking about. He was telling us to go join TikTok that had just come out. In 2019, TikTok still wasn't a thing. And he's like, you have to go make a TikTok, upload videos. He just gave so many good tips. Eddie Malouf just killed it. The first conference taught me how to run Facebook ads and Instagram ads. And I learned so much in that one. And everything that they taught in 2019 is what was being taught in 2021, 2022. And even today, there are still people trying to say that they are pretty much inventing this stuff when this thing was already 5 years old. So I joined it so that we can be on the cutting edge and learn the latest things that we can do to be, some of the best attorneys in the country.
I totally agree. I think Ali always brings great value, and he always brings really expert and specialized guests that give us so much information that is virtually impossible for us as attorneys to just know about. And they really break it down in a way that's very easy for us to understand. And I always get so much value from everything, from every conference we go with him, and this one was no different.
Yeah, I think the best thing about the Academy is that not only do they tell you what to do, they actually do it with you. So I remember right now I'm running some ads through a quiz, right? So the people see my ad, hey, find out what you qualify for, what visa you qualify for in 15 seconds. They just click, and it just literally has them do an intake for my intake team to then follow up and call them, and we already know if they're inside the United States. They basically do a full intake for us, and that was something that seemed like it was very difficult to build, but literally as part of the Academy, Eddie Malouf sat with us, and he's like, okay, so go here, click this button, sign up. These are the questions you want to do. This is how you build it. This is how you use the logic. So then you put an if-then statement, and if they answered this, then it takes you to this question. If they answered this, it takes you to the other question. And it was literally like super hand holding, like, hey, I'm gonna hold your hand, I'm gonna show you how to do this. And then when I had to build the next quiz, it was actually super easy because I had already done it once, not just somebody that told me, hey, go do this, it's great, and then, gloss over it. And then when you actually go do the implementation, it's impossible to do or impossible to figure out, and it's a pain in the ass.
And I think at the end of the day, the more we learn about these things, the more we can help our clients, and the easier we can make it for them, also for ourselves and for them. And at the end of the day, we're here for our clients, and CO Lawyer always gives us the value we need and the resources we need in order to service them better.
This one, the number one thing I'm gonna implement is all the AI resources that we have for content creation. So I thought that was genius because it used to take so long to come up with a piece of content. And one of the first things that we learned as part of the first conference that we did is how to get a 5-minute video. You record a 5-minute video. It can be broken down into several smaller 60-second videos. Then you can get the audios, do an article, recycle the content, but everything was done by hand. Mm-hmm. So you could get content really easily, but now it's like even easier because you don't even have to do it yourself by hand. You literally click a button and a freaking AI does it for you, and it's just wild. And so I definitely want to modernize in that respect.
And even finding headlines, like it used to be that you really had to test them, and now you can kind of have the benefit of AI telling you like this works.
Yeah, these are 10 that you can use, and you just select the best 5 or whatever.
It's easier. Yeah, you don't have to actually come up with it. So I definitely think that was the biggest eye-opener. Like even 4 or 5 months ago, like we were not talking about this, and now we are in a very real way.
Yeah, and it helps cut back on staff. So before, what you needed to have an attorney do, then we learned that we can have VAs do it, and now it's like you don't even need a bunch of VAs. Now you just need one guy that knows how to use the AI pretty well, and just one person can take the role of what used to be many content creators, copywriters, editors, the subtitling, everything. It's crazy.
It really is impressive.
Yeah.
I think anybody can benefit from this content because we, for example, are not personal injury attorneys, and we have been coming to all of these conferences since 2019, and we always come back because we always find value. It's not like, oh, I already went to 3 or 4 and that's it, I'm done. No, the thing about CO Lawyer is that it's very innovative, it's very cutting edge, and they're always bringing new information, new resources, and it never gets stale. Like you're always growing. And I think the whole social media aspect of it can be applied not just to any legal practice, it could basically be to any industry.
I agree 100%. I mean, my bread and butter is immigration, and basically being able to give people good content, good legal advice for free on social media is something that you can do in any practice area. So you don't need to do PI in order to do that. Additionally, running a good firm is not something that only PI attorneys can do. Now, there are a lot of things that are great for PI attorneys. For example, when they get into the nitty-gritty of like what the numbers need to look like and all that, that's very PI specific. I definitely think for PI lawyers, there's that added bonus. I mean, and that is at least bread and butter.
Yes.
But I mean, I've made a killing on immigration just following the guidelines, making the content, doing the videos, and giving people good content that they want to see, and then they know to call me. I don't have to tell them, yo quiero ser tu abogado, because people know that this is what I do, you can call me. And they basically see my videos, understand that I'm an expert at what I do, they see the results of what I do, and that, that speaks for itself, and I think people aren't dumb. They know that they can call me for it.